Welcome to Wednesday, December 16th. Boy, this week is just whizzing along real quick. Weather-wise, we're going to be looking at more of the same, just a lot of winter weather. More mountain snow, windy on the plains. Northwest flow means mountain snow, gusty, chilly conditions across the low elevations. Just typical, really winter conditions coming our way here for today and Thursday. Then another trough does move in late Thursday into Friday, bringing some snow accumulations to the plains, but it'll be the high country that wins out again. But we do have another system coming through late Thursday into Friday morning, and travelers will need to keep an eye on that. Now, it looks fairly quiet. I don't see not much weather happening between Saturday through probably Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday night, Wednesday is the next system that we need to keep an eye on. A lot of question marks with that Tuesday night, Wednesday system. It may just be a minor little front. It may end up turning something stronger. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But if you're traveling this weekend through Tuesday, we don't see many problems. It'll be Tuesday night, Wednesday we need to keep an eye on. Now the pattern time for New Year's still looks like it may be colder. We're still seeing hints of that. Let's take a look at those hints. The Arctic oscillation forecast that takes us all the way through December 31st here. This black and green line is the prediction of the Arctic oscillation. And you can see that the Arctic oscillation is below zero. The index is negative Arctic oscillation index. And when the Arctic oscillation is in a negative phase, the lower 48 states in Canada usually trend colder and very wintry. And that's exactly what we see with the Arctic oscillation here all the way up till December 31st and into the new year. So that's a cold signal. It's not a warm signal, it's a cold one. Taking a look at La Nina, giving you an update there. It's still there, still very robust. Notice how far in terms of longitude those cold waters go to all the way here. How far these cold waters stretch across the equator is just as important how cold they are. So that La Nina remains robust. It's not going anywhere. We're continuing to see sea surface temperatures fading up in the northern Gulf of Alaska a little bit. These sea surface temperatures as well have started to trend downward. So the whole Pacific basin is getting colder, and that La Nina area is still establishing a colder trend as well. Now you're going to be hearing about this on the news. We briefly touched on this yesterday. There's going to be a lot of weather along the mid-Atlantic. Today, tonight, into early Thursday, there'll be parts of Pennsylvania, New York State. They get over 2 feet of snow here. Snow into New York City, Manhattan, snow into Boston. It looks like D.C. is only going to be brush, but this may be the biggest snowstorm in a few years in that part of the nation there. Now, as we go through today, this is the weather pattern that we're looking at here. In the Rockies, we have northwest flow. So the mountains will continue to pick up snowfall in the higher elevations. Here's the storm that was in our neck of the woods yesterday. That's going to go up into the mid-Atlantic. Here's the next weather system due to move in as we get into Thursday night and Friday. As we go into that time frame, here it is. This is for Thursday night and Friday. We have a Pacific trough in front coming through. It's not terribly strong, but it's enough to bring another round of snow to the mountains. And I do see the potential for a little bit of light snow in some of the lower elevations. This little wave right here is going to come in during the day Saturday, hitting the high country with another bout of snow. This is what the snowfall forecast looks like through Saturday afternoon. You can see it's the mountains favored the most, but you see some gray out here on the plains. There is going to be a little bit of snow east of the divide, not a lot, but enough to make roads and highways slick. I-80, I-25 will be impacted, I-70 through the Colorado mountains into Utah, I-15 into Utah, and then look at I-80 all the way across Nevada into California is going to be impacted with this system as well. So there's plenty of winter to go around. This is a great forecast for you skiers. I've been keeping an eye on the snow totals over the last week in the ski areas of Colorado and Wyoming and Utah, and just about every other day. The mountains up there, the ski area is picking up 6-10 inches of new snow, another 7 inches of snow at the Jackson Hole ski area yesterday and last night. Now, this is what it looks like for Saturday. Northwest winds continue. That's why the mountains will continue to keep getting snow. This, I'm afraid to say, is kind of a windy pattern on the plains. East of the divide, it's going to be dry, a little warmer, but a little windy for the weekend. Here's the next system. By Monday night and Tuesday, the next wave is forecasted to come southeast and move in towards the middle of next week. But as we drew yesterday, we drew a big question mark. We're going to keep that question mark for Wednesday. It's either going to be a minor system or one that needs more attention paid to it. Hopefully tomorrow and Friday we'll have a better idea of how that looks. Now, I wanted to go out further to the New Year's time frame. This is something we're just going to keep updating you on. This is for the 31st. We have a ridge of high pressure building in the Gulf of Alaska. That's a cold signal. This right here would have the potential to drag in some real cold air right around New Year's Day. And then there's some extremely cold air up here that has the ability, if the door is open to Canada, to come south. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Now, I keep getting questions about the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. One thing I want to bring up for tonight and tomorrow night, if where you live, you can get a good view of the southwest sky, starting around 5 o'clock at night, not only is Saturn and Jupiter getting close together, but the crescent moon is photobombing Saturn and Jupiter conjunction. For the next 2 nights, the crescent moon is going to be in the same area as Jupiter and Saturn. So for you photographers out there, boy, the next 2 nights could be a real opportunity to get a great photo from about 5 o'clock till about 6:30 at night. Again, you've got to look low on the horizon to the southwest. This is one of these astronomical events which is great because you don't have to get up in the middle of the night. But if you wait too late, Jupiter and Saturn will be dropping on the horizon as the evening hours wear on. It's the 21st of December when Jupiter and Saturn will be coming together for the biggest part of the conjunction and the brightest conditions. We're cautiously optimistic we will have a chance to see it in this region Monday night, and we'll take a closer look at that cloud forecast as we get to the end of this week. Now, a lot of folks have been asking about, where can I find out more information about meteor showers, this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, solar activity. I quote these guys a lot. I love this website, spaceweather.com. I really recommend it because they're really on top of these things when it comes to space weather, what you're going to see in the sky, solar activity, and other things. So go to spaceweather.com. It's a great resource. Thanks for watching and listening to the Day Weather Podcast. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.